Yes, sir. Yeah, I know. I good.
Okay, Dan.
He'll be here shortly.
We're up.
Okay, we like just a minute. Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, July 13th, 2021, and it's 10 a.m. We're here for the regular session of the Hunt County Commissioners Court. At this time, I'll call the meeting to order and ask Commissioner Martin to lead us in prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to our flags.
Shall we bow? Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for this day. We ask you to bless this meeting in reference to taking care of the works for the people that we serve. We ask that there be patience and understanding and the use of wisdom. We thank you for the path that we have traveled to do what's good for the county, to the citizens. In Christ's name we ask these things. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right, thank you, everyone. We have Commissioner Hutchins, Strait, Martin, and Harrison present. I'm Judge Stovall presiding over the meeting. Commissioners, you have the minutes from June 22nd, June 29th, or June 22nd's regular session, and then 29th and 6 special sessions. Entertain a motion for approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. This time we'll entertain public comments and testimony. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes and should conduct themselves in a civil manner. The Commissioners Court cannot take action on items not listed on the agenda in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. Concerns will be addressed by county staff. They may be placed on a future agenda or addressed by some other course of response. Do we have any feel that? Is anybody here that would like to speak? If not, we'll move on. Old
Judge?
business. Nope.
We give them a list.
Do what now?
They're still on the table.
Oh. Ken Lackey, is that correct?
I'm gonna let Teresa go first because.
Oh, okay. Well, Teresa Biggers, come on up.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think y'all may remember me. I'm Teresa Biggers,
Right.
the property owner in Hidden Valley Estates. I want to address the replat of Lot 7. We had this at the last commissioners' meeting. My background is over 42 years in real estate. 20 of that was in title insurance and 42 as a certified appraiser. After the last meeting, we had to take it upon ourselves as property owners to retain an attorney who specializes in this. We have submitted and served a letter to the property owners requesting this replat to cease and desist that replat. They did not obtain the state required approval of over 2/3 of property owners within a restricted development. I have a petition of over 2/3 that are opposed. I also have the definition of the difference between deed restrictions and covenant restrictions. Deed restrictions are set out as an individual warranty deed between two parties and carry only on one property, where restrictions and covenants are on an entire subdivision and carry continually through ownership and transfer of ownership. The county attorney told us last time that he and the court did not have to abide by restrictions. I have looked up state statutes and have them in writing that disprove that. The county commissioners court and the county attorney are required to abide by restrictions within a development. according to the state statutes. I have copies of all those to present to the court. And I don't know if anybody's got any further questions. There are numerous places to obtain that information on a quick Google search, as well as the information provided by legal counsel.
Okay, you gonna give that to our attorney, please?
Did your legal counsel give you a letter or anything, or like an
There's
amendment?
a copy of the amendment for what?
Regarding the county's requirement?
If you can do a quick Google search, and it's on state statutes.
Do you have the state
I
statutes?
do,
Because
yes,
I've done
sir.
pretty extensive legal research.
Yeah.
And Texas Mute,
There you
Texas
go.
Association of Counsel.
2003.003, 212.153. This one is 212.156. That's what the state statutes and laws. And this one is 232.011.010.
Okay. And does something in here say that the plat can't be amended if there is a,
It specifically
restriction?
says that you have to abide by the restrictions and covenants in place. And,
Yeah.
and state law does, and that's according to my attorney, there has to be, in cases, if he gets one exactly like this, by the way, that there have to be at least 2/3 of the property owners within that development agree to any restriction amendments. And we have.
so you got this 12 days ago?
I'm sorry?
You got this 12 days ago?
They were served on the 6th.
Oh, this is a letter to them.
Yes. They've already been served with the cease and desist letter. That was
Yeah.
the first.
But they didn't send one to the county, right?
No.
Okay. So what you're saying is that your lawyer is telling you that the county can't do a replat. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that you have to, you tried to tell me last time that you did not have to abide by restrictions and covenants in the state law. says
No,
you do.
that's not correct.
That is
It's-
correct. I think
no.
we could probably go back and get the recording.
Sure, I'm sure that we can. What I'm saying is slightly different. The county has to do what state law says. It can only do what state law says. That's why I'm asking if there's any law that you have found or that your attorney gave you that overrides the local government code, section 232 section that says we have to do the plat even if there's private restrictions.
It doesn't say that. Would you like to show me a copy of that? That you have to do the plat for restrictions? It says you have to abide by the restrictions and you can't ignore them. State statutes and laws say you cannot ignore existing restrictions from attempting to do a replat.
Where does it say that? Like which one of these items?
Alteration of procedure for replat revisions under 232.0095 statute. Item number C, instead of the proposed description of section 1216, an amended plat may be approved and issued by the county to make necessary changes to the preceding plat to create 6 or fewer lots within a subdivision. Item number 2, the changes, as long as the changes do not attempt to amend or remove any covenants or restrictions.
Yeah, and that's not what's happening.
Yes, it is what's happening.
They're not amending or removing the
Yes,
restrictions.
they are, because the restrictions specifically state 10-acre tracts, so that would be amending those restrictions.
No, it's not the restrictions themselves are not being amended. That would be illegal. That's not what's happening.
It is what's happening. If you change that, if you replat that against the existing restrictions, that's exactly what's happening.
Now, it's changing the land, the character of the land, but it's not changing the restrictions.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You're ignoring, it says you cannot, you have to abide by the restrictions, and you're not abiding by the restrictions.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Mr., is it Lackey? Is that, am I saying that right? It's hard to read your writing, I'm sorry.
It's Lee Hockey.
Lee Hockey, okay.
Probably follow that up.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Anybody else? All right, I'll come up forward. Come.
My name is Timothy Allen. I'm the one that bought the property.
Okay?
Where do you live, sir?
I am a property owner.
We need an address, mailing address.
I'm sorry?
Mailing address?
My mailing address is 3091 County Road, 3116.
Is that Lone Oak?
No, it's Campbell.
Campbell, okay.
The lot to the south of me is Lono.
Okay.
But I'm the one that caused all this confusion, I'm sorry. But before I bought this property, I went to the Realtor company that handled all the transactions in this, and they knew the person that owned Saddleside Realty. His name is Jim Johnson. And so we called Jim Johnson, and Jim Johnson told us that when he platted this, there was only 7 lots that were platted, lots 1 through 7. The lot that I'm trying to buy or that I bought is lot 7. And I said, and then the remaining acreage, which is about 1,500 acres, was unplatted. So what Jim told me is that they sold all of these lots are west of 3116 on County Road 3139, County Road 3140, and so forth. And so what he did is he sold them those lots. It was unplatted at that time, and when he sold those lots, he sold them in 10-acre or larger lots. And so the one across from this property was 178 acres. There are several different lots with different sizes, but they were all bigger than 10 acres. And so the only thing platted were these seven lots, lots 1 through 7. And so when we asked him why was this lot not platted to the same type of acreage that lots 1 through 6 are. Lots 1 is 6 acres, lot 2 is 4 acres. My lot 3 is 4.77 acres. Lot 4 is 4.4 acres, lot 5 is 4.5 acres, and lot 6 is 5 acres. And so he said he didn't remember making anything larger. He didn't remember having a 10-acre lot and everything. So I said, do you mind if I subdivide this lot? Does it and make it the same as all the other lots, 4 and 5 acre lots? And he said no, because he never even realized or even remembered that he did it. When they did the deed restrictions, when I bought lot 3, I was very concerned because on my deed restrictions, it says I can't subdivide my lot less than 10 acres. Well, I was buying a 4.77 acre lot and everything, so I went to my neighbor and a few other people, and they said, it wasn't subdivided, you don't have to worry about it.
This lot 3, is this where you live?
This is where I live.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And so, to me, what Jim was implying is that the 10-acre restriction didn't apply to lots 1 through 7. It only applied to the lots that were to the west, which were 10 acres or larger. Anywhere from 10 acres he sold all the way to a couple hundred acres. And so, in this case, another reason why I bought this lot is I called the listing agent when I bought it, and they said there was 3 or 4, 5 or 6 offers coming in. And so I was worried about a developer coming in and buying it and subdividing it even into more lots. So I said, well, I want to preserve my acreage as well because I have 4.77. And so I thought, well, I might as well make it look like the same 1 through 6. So I decided to buy it and make sure, because I didn't know if any developers were there, because I'm concerned with development in this subdivision as well. I want to have large acreage as well. So, based on what Jim Johnson told me, the original developer and everything, I didn't see any problem with subdividing the land into a 5 and a 6 acre subdivided lot. Thank you for your time.
You bet.
When
But Jim
did you
Jim
buy
Johnson
the-
wouldn't have anything to do with it anymore, would he, since he sold out, Daniel?
That's correct.
Yeah.
When did you buy this property?
I'm just saying the intent of the.
I understand what you're saying.
Was based
No,
on
I-
the west, not on these 7 lots.
I understand. Did we look at, Brian, have you looked at the restrictions to see what legal's on those restrictions? Is it the whole 15 or 16, 100 acre, whatever it was, or is it just on the?
Every lot that Jim sold in that area, in that Hidden Valley area, even though it may not have been platted, they were all affected by the deed restriction.
Okay, all right, okay, that's fine.
Then how can I buy 4.77 acres? I've already violated the law.
May I?
No, I think we've had enough. We've gone past our limit on this public testimony. Let us get to to the action item on it in a second, and we'll decide what to do. We'll give you another opportunity to speak at that time if we need to. Okay? All right, let's move on to the old business. Commissioners, action item number 1, Hunt County holiday schedule for 2022. We talked about it last time. Our personnel manual lists the holiday schedule as having 11 holidays, and it spells out what days they are and what days we will take them. The president issued that there's new national holiday, June 19th, in trying to approve next year's calendar. If we're going to honor the June 19th as a national holiday, and I think the state of Texas already does that anyway, we need to change our personnel manual to reflect that it's now 12 holidays, not 11. Or I guess we can do it a variance on it 1 year and talk about it again later, but we need to decide what we want to do with the holiday schedule.
Well, just like what you said, we just need to go in and adjust the personnel policy to show 12 holidays.
Okay, and make June 19th the other
Make
one?
June
and
19th,
With the
yeah.
same language in it, that if it falls on Sunday, the holiday will be on Monday. If it falls on a Saturday, it'll be on Friday.
Follow on
Yes,
Friday.
sir. In
Yep.
reference to 2022, it'll fall on a Sunday. Therefore, it would be on Monday, the 20th, that we would observe it.
Yeah, next year, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all right with everybody? Is that all right? Can I get a motion from somebody to take that?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to amend the personnel policy to show 12 holidays with a new addition to the Juneteenth holiday.
And it will approve the holiday schedule of 2022 being June 20th is the holiday?
Correct.
Okay.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, at this time, it's action number 2, replat of Lot 7, Hidden Valley Estates, Precinct 3. Daniel?
All right, I got the memo from a few weeks ago. I don't think that the county has any ability to do anything other than approve this plat. I looked through the laws that were given to me, and none of them directly apply to this. The section that does is 232.002, which is in the second paragraph of that, which is titled Approval by County Required. Of the statutes that were printed and given to me, several of them relate to suits to enforce restrictions. And so if there was, and they basically relate to if the county approved a plat and then people ignored that plat, then the county attorney can sue to enjoin those violations. This was discussed very extensively with the attorneys at the Association of Counties about a month ago, and they confirmed what we found, that the county doesn't appear to have any discretion to turn it down, so long as it meets the requirements of that are in our subdivision regulations, and all the other items were done correctly. I don't see anything in these statutes, some of which do not apply to counties, but generally, the section that the lady that came up and talked a few minutes ago talked about is 232.011, which is just after the approval by county required. And that does say the amendment does not attempt to, it can't be done if the amendment does attempts to remove recorded covenants or restrictions. That's not what's happening here. The covenants and restrictions still apply. The people who live out there whose land is impacted by those covenants and restrictions might have a private right of action against the party who's doing it. That's not anything that the county is involved in. The letter from Vice and Henley, which is a law firm, I believe, in either Rockwell County or just on the inside of the Hunt County line, is directed to the Allens and is asking them or demanding that they cease this action. There hadn't been a letter sent to the county. My attorneys who've researched this, and also the attorneys at TAG, believe that the county does not have discretion to deny the plat because of these restrictions.
Isn't there specific state law that says the only place in Texas that can be enforced restrictions by a municipality or county is Harris County? Or the city of Houston, one or the other? They're the only ones that can enforce restrictions because they have no zoning?
I'm not sure what the current rules are on that. That's not anything that I've looked up. Some of the laws that were handed to me this morning talk about, there's a 1987 law about the county attorney may sue in the court of competent jurisdiction to abate violations of restrictions in a properly recorded plan, plat, replat, or other instrument. But I don't have the full context of that act, and so I'm not sure if that, or of that section, I'm not sure if that just applies to Harris County or not. It's very clear that if there's a violation of the plat, that the county does have the ability to sue. In fact, we have several of those pending right now. We do that all the time.
Right.
But not the deed restrictions. Those are not part of the plat.
Commissioners, you got any questions, Daniel?
You're actually saying basically that's a civil matter in reference to that. That
It is.
would become a civil matter in which they would appeal this to a higher court.
Well, they don't necessarily appeal it. They can, to the extent that they have a private right of action against the property owner who's seeking the replat, I believe that they could sue him. I can't give them legal advice on that.
Yes, didn't it? But you're saying at this point of time, according to your research and also TAC attorneys, that we cannot turn this down if it meets all the requirements prescribed under the chapter in reference to being a legal plat.
That's correct.
Am I correct?
Yes. That's totally separate from a civil action
That's
that the other
correct.
owners may have against the person who's asking for the replat.
Yes, sir, I agree.
All right. Commissioners, we want to entertain a motion?
Real quick, Judge.
Public hearing? Okay, do it.
One comment real quick. Ms. Biggers, I have a lot of confidence in Daniel's research and legal counsel. I also don't have anything else to contradict what he's saying from your attorney. I would have been happy to have seen something to read in advance and do some additional homework. But absent that, I see his research looks very sound to me. So I would not be opposed to moving this to old business one more meeting in order to receive a letter. I don't want to keep putting Mr. Allen off. I don't know if that's going to put a hardship on you to delay further, but I do want to get this right. I'm confident in Daniel's research, but I want to make sure that we check and double check.
I think that's a very good idea, because actually the court can be held liable. And,
Mr. Allen, or you have a comment on that?
My only thing is
the rules. I don't see how another month's going to make a big difference, especially if he agrees, if he knows the law and he understands it.
It would be 2 weeks.
And that gives the commissioners a little bit of opportunity.
Your Honor, are we coming up that we want to put this off for another 2 weeks? Is that what's being said?
Yeah, that's what
I-
Commissioner
I think-
Hutchins is.
I think that would be a good idea.
May I ask you this? Why is your attorney not here?
Because I haven't retained him to cause suit against this. We retained him initially to present the letter. If we can't resolve it, then we'll retain him further. And he has won courses against jurisdictions exactly like this, including the jurisdiction who made those passes. So that's not, to say that you're not liable is not the truth. And I strongly suggest you take that 2 weeks to do further research.
I'm not 100% sure that we can put it off because of that 30-day shot clock legislation that passed.
That's right.
That's why I was asking Mr. Allen if he would agree to a 2-week delay.
Yeah, I mean, without his agreeing to that, I'd have to do some research while we sat here to determine whether we even have the ability to put it off, postpone it for 2 more weeks.
I actually think that we can't. We'd have to do away with it and have it all redone again. I believe that would be correct.
Possibly. I don't know the answer to that.
If that's the case, then with respect to Ms. Biggers, I would no longer consider it a good idea to put it off another meeting.
So, Mr. Allen, you're not in agreement to delay it any further?
I don't see what good it's going to do.
Well, it could prevent you from being sued if we could work it out before time.
But I believe I haven't been told that I'm going to be sued whether or not. I'm trying to protect this property from being subdivided into 3 or 4 parts by a developer. I'm only trying to divide it into 2 parts to make it just like the east part of the subdivision, 4 and 5 acre lot.
Well, I understand your concerns, but if the community's going to be against 2 lots, they're going to be against a developer doing 3 or more lots, and it's still not going to happen, so.
The developer has a lot deeper pockets than I do.
Maybe so, but it's still got the same point of law.
Your Honor, I've got a question. Who did you buy this from, this property? Who was the real estate agent that sold the property?
Yeah.
Who was it?
It was a realtor out of Emory, and she told me I could subdivide it.
No, she didn't. I specifically talked to her. She told you no.
Okay.
She presented-
Ms. Biggers, were you the one, did you have this property up for sale for the person that
I
had it?
appraised it before they put it up for sale.
Do what?
I appraised it for the owner before they put it up for sale.
Okay, whoever did it, were they advised that they could not subdivide
They
it?
advised, and they told me specifically, as did the listing agent 2 days ago, they specifically told the Allens and presented them with copies of restrictions that it could not be subdivided, period.
So you appraised it, another real estate, you're not a real estate agent, are you?
No, sir.
Okay. You appraised it, another real estate agent took it over and sold it, and he was advised by that real estate agent that that they could divide it. Is that correct?
He was advised they could not divide it, and the restrictions prohibited.
No, I was asking him. He said that they could.
Actually, if you could come up to the mic.
Yeah,
because it's
please.
being
Thank
recorded,
you.
Nobody can hear you.
When the property came up for sale, I called the listing agent, okay? It was a young gal, she's new and everything. And I said, are there been other offers? Is things going on? So then I became concerned that there was a lot of people that wanted to buy this land, developers or whatever, I don't know. But then I asked her, I said, can I subdivide this land? And at that date, she told me I could, okay? I went to the restrictions and I saw the 10-acre thing, but then she told me I could do it. Now, I have to admit, she was young and inexperienced, but that's what she told me at the time.
I understand all that. We've heard all of it. So if you're not going to consent to it, then Is that, you want us to go ahead and approve it today? You're not going to consent to it and not give everybody a chance to try to get this right?
I have no problem waiting for 2 weeks.
Okay.
But, I mean, if we have to go out and send out letters and put it in the.
No, we're not doing that all again. We're just going to delay, we're going to put it on old business for 2 weeks, give Daniel, and if Ms. Biggers would get her attorney to call and talk to Daniel so we can work it out with them, so we know what, everybody's happy and we got the right answer, that would be great. So,
Okay, If they agree that I can split it, are they gonna sue me?
We don't have.
well, I mean, you still got that potential, but if you give us 2 weeks to work this thing out, we'll do the best we can to get it resolved in 2 weeks.
So if they're gonna sue me either way, why are we waiting?
We don't know that, you don't know that you're gonna be sued, but if we determine that Daniel's right, then they're not gonna have a lawsuit. I mean, against the county, they may sue you, correct?
We can go ahead and wait 2 weeks, I have no problem.
Okay, so we'll table it until the next meeting.
Well, not table it, there needs to be a motion to postpone to the July 27th with the approval of the applicant.
All right,
I move to table it.
Postpone.
To the
We'll
July
postpone
27th
it.
meeting with the approval of the applicant.
Second.
got a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries, thank y'all. All right, item 3, budgeting of 2021, I have no comments on that today. We'll move on to new business. Consent calendar, commissioners, you have the consent calendar in front of you. Entertain a motion for approval of the consent calendar.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion, second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 1, a presentation from TAC, Michael Shannon.
Thank you, Judge.
You bet.
Commissioners. I'm Michael Shannon with the Texas Association of Counties, and I'm here today to recognize a certain individual in Hunt County. Hunt County's always been on the forefront of risk management, and we appreciate everything that Hunt County does in risk management, including the leadership, the training, the safety efforts that y'all all do. But this particular person went above and beyond, and we want to appreciate her for all that she does. And Jennifer Lindenswig, we're here today to kind of say thank you for your time on our pool, risk management pool board, and all the efforts and leadership that you've provided over the years, including not just on my pool board, but on the TAC board as well. So we really appreciate it. We're gonna miss you in your retirement, and we hope you keep in touch. Thank you.
Cool.
Somebody take a picture.
All
We got a
right.
camera, anybody got a camera?
That's cool. I love it. That's good.
Got it. Got it? Thank you very much.
Do what? Oh, no. We got a meeting tonight. Thank you, Michael. All right, action item number 2, resolution authorizing Hunt County to make a grant to the Senior Center Resources and Public Transit, Inc. organization, amount of $5,000 for the Texas Feeding Texas Home Delivery Meal Program. This is Meals on Wheel. I entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item number 3, quarterly report from Audie Murphy, American Cotton Museum. Susan.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for letting me come today. Over the last quarter, the museum has had visitors come from 40 different states, which is the most in quite some time. There was a total 1,377 paid visitors, and a total 1,880 actually signed our guest book. We've started having tours again. Some of our group tours came from a Bright Star Christian School out of Como, the Corvair Car Club, the East Texas Piney Woods Motor Pool, the Greenville Chamber Leadership, the Northeast Texas Antique Car Club, which is really cool. Most of them brought their cars, so that's really neat. The First Baptist Church out of Terrell, and Vita's Daycare in Greenville. This quarter, we also started back up our lunch break speakers program. In April, we had a panel made up of Isla Gilstrap and her granddaughter Demi, and Frankie Lawton and her daughter Pam Hardaway, who talked about growing up in Greenville. In May, John Nielsen spoke about his hobby of collecting Star Trek and Star Wars memorabilia. And in June, Ron Robinson shared some untold stories about D-Day during World War II. In May, we held Audie Day and had a wonderful program and turnout. This was the most people we've had in several years, even pre-COVID. On the Friday, we showed the movie To Hell and Back down at the Texan Theater and had over 90 people come to that, so that was really cool. And then on Saturday, Marjorie Herrera Lewis spoke about her book, When the Men Were Gone, based out of World War II. And historian Michael West shared some history of Audie. And actor Michael Dante came into town and shared some wonderful stories about both his acting career and about working with Audie. We also showed Nancy Drew Detective starring Benita Granville for our movie night. And a new temporary exhibit was installed that consisted of John Nelson's Star Wars memorabilia. So if you like Star Wars, you have just another couple weeks to see it. Pretty cool. And just in the past month has visitation really started to pick back up. And we are hoping that trend will continue, of course. We are looking forward to our dinner coming up on August 7th. And we're having a new, what I'm calling quirky golf event out at the museum this fall, which is like a kind of a homemade quirky miniature golf that we're having. Something a little bit different. And also, I don't know if y'all know this, but just a few weeks ago, they renamed the downtown post office after Audie. So that was really cool as well. There were about 50 people down there for that. And that's about all I have. If y'all have any questions, I'll be glad to answer.
Thank you, Susan. Entertain a motion for approval of the report.
I make a motion, we accept that report.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 4, the quarterly report for the Northeast Texas Children's Museum. Charlene?
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to see everyone today.
Yeah.
Good to be back. We are having exciting times at the Northeast Texas Children's Museum. In the last quarter, we have had 6,000 visitors, and in the month of June, we had 3,000 visitors. So we're not quite to where we were before COVID, but I'm amazed daily when I look at our visitors' registration at what a regional attraction we have become. We have had groups coming from Mount Pleasant, from Dallas, from Hugo, Oklahoma, but definitely we are encompassing all of Northeast Texas, and our borders continue to expand as people hear what we have to offer in Hunt County and Commerce, Texas. One of our more exciting things in the last few months has been the addition of a fire truck. It is a real fire truck. It was actually purchased, it was donated by a man in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. It was $18,000, and he donated that. It was green, it was ugly, and Bob Stahoviak has completely redone it. It is now a beautiful red. He cut the cab off so that when the children get up in the cab, everything is very realistic. But then he built the back of it where it has a pole they can slide down. It has the helmets and the coats that the children can use, and it even has a fire hose. And he wanted to put it in that particular spot so when they get the fire hose out, they can put the fire out on the pirate ship. So exciting things.
Wow.
Recently, Hunt County Travel Bureau came and featured a video of the Children's Museum, and I don't think anyone that comes, and we have new people coming daily, they find much more than they ever expected. And we are especially excited now to be expanding by another 3,600 square feet. And one of the main attractions for that area is a car sponsored by State Farm Insurance to teach car safety. So we have purchased the cutest Volkswagen Bug. I would love to have had it, white bottom, black convertible top, but it's all for the kids, and it will be where they put their foot on the gas, and it'll tell them to slow down and watch the speed limit, and maybe a little education in there as well as play. But things are really going well. We're very excited to see new faces daily, and we have science programs. Today is Tinker Tuesday, tomorrow puppet shows, and we have a space person coming to do a presentation on Friday. So it's exciting every day. I would invite all of you to come see us. Having the new facility has meant a lot, and we are not through yet. So, thank you for
Thank
your
you, Charlene.
support.
Anybody that hadn't gone over to see it needs to go. It's
I have a
impressive.
question. Theoretically, if one were there with their children, could they also put out the fire on the pirate ship? Just in theory.
Well, you know what, I want to see you climb up in that seat. It's not easy to get in. Did you try, Steve? to
Yes,
get in
ma'am,
the
I did.
fire?
I climbed in there with the firemen that day.
He got behind the steering wheel.
Yeah, but do come see us.
Thank you, Charlene. Entertain a motion for approval of the report.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item number 5, the appointment of designee Jessica Sims to the Hunt County Billboard Bond. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item 6, the road reports for Commissioners Precinct in Hunt County.
Make a motion for approval of the commissioners' reports for the precincts.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item 7. Per Attorney General Guidelines, request for the County Auditor's Office to conduct the audit of the FY 2020 Chapter 559 State Asset Forfeiture Report for Hunt County Constable Office Precinct 4. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item 8, the request to construct electrical power distribution facilities across County Road 2512.
Make a motion to approve the electrical power distribution facility under County Road 2512 under usual stipulations.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item 9, the request to construct electrical power distribution facilities across County Road 2526,
Make a
Precinct
motion
2.
Make a motion we approve the construction electrical power distribution facility under County Road 2526 under usual stipulations.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item 10, the request to construct electrical power distribution facilities across County Road 3210 in Precinct 3.
Make a motion, we allow this construction with the normal stipulations.
Second.
Motion, got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item 11, the request to construct electrical power distribution facilities across County Road 3517 in Precinct 3.
I make a motion, we allow this construction with the normal stipulations.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item 12, the request to construct electrical power distribution facilities across County Road 3609 in Precinct 3.
I make a motion, we allow the construction with the normal stipulations.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item 13, a replat part of Lot 4 of Redbud Estates in Precinct 1. Brian?
This is an existing lot, been in existence for several years. It was never replatted whenever it was originally divided up. Some folks have bought it and they're going to build on it. When they requested their 911 address, they were informed that they needed to replat. So meets all the guidelines. It's fairly
So
straightforward.
it was never platted before? Or
It was never replatted before. It was actually.
It was divided out of another lot?
Correct.
Oh, gotcha.
Correct.
Okay. All right, this time we'll open up for public comments on the replat of Lot 4 Redbud Estates. Is anyone here to speak for or against it? If not, I'll close the public hearing.
No comments online either.
No comments, okay. Commissioners, entertain a motion for approval of action item 13.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item 14, the final plat of Florida, 1112 edition in Precinct 1. Any comments from Brian?
Pretty standard plat.
It's just one lot?
One lot has all the ample frontage it needs. Last week, we approved a plat right next door to it, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item 15, the final plat of Munoz edition in Precinct 4. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of accounts payable.
I make a motion, we pay the bills.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of line item transfers.
Make a motion for approval of line item transfers.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of budget amendments.
Make a motion for approval of budget amendments.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of payroll and personnel.
Make a motion, we approve the payroll and personnel.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. This time I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session under items 1 through 4. Okay.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Don't leave yet. You're going to be first. All right. At this time, we'll go into executive session at 10:46. We'll take a short break and let you get set up.
Did you turn this off, Bob?
Yeah. There's not? All right.